What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, the EUIC meta has arrived into the Go Battle League, and for those of you that don't know what EUIC is, it stands for the European International Championship. Basically, every year, it's the largest event that we have in the Pokemon Go community, as far as PvP is concerned, that is. And because it is such a stacked event this year, over 500 people are signed up, it's a format that you definitely want to learn if you want to know what's going on. Today, I'm going to try out a Shadow Tyranitar Ariados core, and I think in this meta, Ariados is actually a very interesting pick because you can run Mega Horn as a way to deal massive amounts of damage with your opponents generally not expecting it. Really quick, before we do get into the battles, I want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Shadow Tyranitar into Licky. Honestly, not a bad matchup. The best thing about this is I actually end up resisting the body slam damage, right? But in this meta, likely you're not on Shadow Ball. Almost certainly you're going to be running the Earthquake moveset. But I have seen some people on, what's it called? Hyper Beam as well. So we'll see what they throw into us. They could just bait us here if they want to. I'm going to full send the Stone Edge. We actually get a shield very early on here. Don't love that. Try to go for a catch, and that doesn't work out. But we still get them to throw energy. Although they're at 7, so this could be a Hyper Beam if they're actually running it. But we'll see. Oh, okay. It actually is a Hyper Beam. Whatever. I don't care. I wanted that to happen. Because now we Earthquake their Spiritomb. I mean, I can't believe they actually Hyper Beamed us. I can kind of believe it. I'm a little bit disappointed that we got beamed, though. We get the Earthquake off. That does quite a bit of damage. But they get a lot of farm here, and I don't necessarily love that. We're at 9 right now. But they wasted I guess I shouldn't say wasted, because Hyper Beam's never a waste, but they used a lot of energy already this game on my other guy. So, we'll see what we can do. We'll go here for the CMP on the Brutal Swing, or I guess I don't throw it. Maybe I'm one off in my counts. Who's to say? No matter what here, I want to get rid of this Pokemon if I can. And we actually do get a shield, interestingly enough. That's crazy to me. I mean, shouldn't I survive a Body Slam? If I don't, then maybe Shadow Tyranitar is not as good as I expect it to be. But I'm going to let this go. Ah, man, I don't quite reach the move here. I wanted the Stone Edge. We only get the Brutal Swing. Maybe I should have swapped out with this move. But now we get to come in with our Ariados here and hopefully start putting in some work. Man. Okay, I can't really shield a Body Slam here. I have to hope that Ariados is good in the back line. But they still have that Spiritomb with some energy on it. Oh, man, that's probably game over. I've misplayed this game so hard. Spiritomb has a Rock Tomb, I think, on it, right? So if that ever comes in, I have to knock him out here with a lunge. And now it's going to come down to if my Ariados is good enough in the backline to, on like 1 HP, win. I mean, maybe if it's like a Grimmsnarl or something, then maybe there'd be a chance. It's a Kingdra, and we have Mega Horn, which is a lot of damage. I think Kingdra is just too bulky here. If I still had my Tyranitar, this game might be a little bit different. That's a lot of damage, but no, I've, unfortunately just played a little bit too inefficiently this game. That's on me, though. That's definitely on me. I should have just saved the Brutal Swing and came in with my Ariados anyway. And I probably should have, like, done a lot of other things this game. Shield a Hyper Beam. That's fine. It's a learning experience. We'll do better in the next one. Alright, next opponent. You gotta win this one. That was an embarrassing game number 1. Licky again. Are they gonna shield my Stone Edges? Are they gonna be on Hyper Beam? These are the questions that, honestly, I don't even know the answer to myself. I mean, last time I went straight for it and they shielded, so this time I'm gonna bait, and I can almost guarantee you they're just gonna let this go, because that's how the Go Battle League works. Big Brutal Swing. Yeah, they let it go. And they throw immediately here. But I mean, that Brutal Swing did quite a bit of damage anyway. I think I'm fine shielding this up. And yeah, it's an Earthquake, so that's a lot of energy down the drain for our opponent here. Oh, nice. We have an opposing Shadow Tyranitar enjoyer. With that said, that's actually remarkably scary. That Pokemon's pretty good into my team. But it's fine, because we have a lot of energy here. We go for Brutal Swing, we get a shield. And we go for another Brutal Swing here, likely to get yet another shield. If they let this go, they might just be in farm down range. And that would be pretty nice. They're gonna go here for the no shield. Okay. Nice. I guess I let this go myself. I can come in and roll out down. They'll get a Brutal Swing off against my Licky, but they shouldn't get a Stone Edge. Then I'll have some energy here. And that's going to be nice. We're going to be happy with that. There's a lot of things that can be in the back of this team. I mean, honestly, it could be a Spidops. It could be anything. It could be literally any Pokemon in the game. What if it's just another Kingdra, though? It's like almost the exact same team as last time, although not at all, actually. It's a little bit different here. I believe that's just a Swift. If this is an Outrage, then I am going to be so sad. Yeah, just a Swift comes through. We survive that. We're in a good spot here. I'm going to go for a Megahorn, though, which might be a little bit of a bad play. But if they let this go, I'm going to be so happy I went for it. And if they shield this, I will cry. Okay, we land the move. They do get their next attack off here, but that's fine. Their energy dry on the Licky, so just being up 1 Poison Sting allows me to outpace Licky to a lunge before they get to a move. There is still that Tyranitar as a way to catch a move or potentially clear their debuff, though. Keep that in mind. But yeah, they don't have the ability to catch just yet, so we get this move off. And they are so low. My Licky has quite an HP lead right now, so he should be fine here. We'll just force him to go for a catch. Or throw energy. Yeah, we're good now. We have the Body Slam. We have almost a lunge as well. And even if we lost CMP here, and they Hyper Beamed us, we just go for the lunge. And, well, they showed Earthquake. That'd be on Earthquake and Hyper Beam. That'd be crazy. But there we go. That is, that's a good game. Next opponent. Shadow Tyranitar into Goodra. Okay. I mean, I'm a Dragon Breath user, but I'm not weak to Dragon Breath. They are weak to Dragon Breath, so I would imagine this is pretty good for me. And yeah, look at that. The damage that I'm doing to them is a little bit higher than the damage I'm taking, so the longer this goes on, the better it gets for me. But they have Aqua Tail. I've got to shield that. I don't want to get one-shot. Shadow Tyranitar does not deserve that. But at this point, after the Dragon Breath damage, they should basically be in range here, where I could knock them out with a Brutal Swing plus the Dragon Breath damage. Let's see if they shield or not. They no shield. Okay, we would have farmed down, but they don't let us. Okay. I actually risked it a little bit that they weren't going to throw an Aqua Tail just yet. I'm going to stay in here for a second, because honestly, Shadow Drapion is a little bit of a scary Pokemon in this meta. They throw instantly here. That's kind of interesting. I think I'm fine shielding this, though. Tyranitar still has quite a bit of play left this game. They're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully they don't know that I'm not quite at the Stone Edge yet. Either way, just whittling this thing down is going to be pretty helpful here. We're at 4 right now, so do they shield? They do. Nice. We swap immediately. They don't throw instantly this time, unfortunately. 7. I wouldn't be surprised to see a catch attempt come through at some point by our opponent here. But honestly, like, what if I just instantly throw a Body Slam? Because I feel like they're going to try to catch when I reach the Earthquake. And if I get this Body Slam off, then they're going to be in Dragon Breath downrange for my Tyranitar. It should be at, what? 3, 4. Okay. See, the final Pokemon here is a Licky of their own. And this game is going to get a little bit dicey. But we'll try our best to win it. They're at 6 right now. They're going to have to build up a lot of energy here to be able to always have a move for my Tyranitar. If they do let that go. 7. I mean, I guess they could Hyper Beam me here. They might Earthquake as well. We'll see. They Body Slam. Okay. Well, I just get another Earthquake off. If they don't... Okay, they Body Slam again. So they're at 8, I believe. So 2 away, or so 1 away, rather, from a Body Slam here. We'll come back in Tyranitar. And we get a CMP on the Body Slam, which it's not going to knock them out, but I also don't think I get knocked out here either. Which is pretty nice. Yeah, it's like a 1 HP survive on both sides. I think I survived this at least. We took one a second ago, and it honestly did do quite a bit of damage to us, but we'll see. Yeah, we do survive that with enough HP here to potentially get a move off later on. We go for the full Poison Sting down on the Goodra. As long as I can reach a lunge against the Drapion before they get 2 crunches, I win. They're at 1 move right now. Are they going to get a second attack off? Or if they get a crunch debuff, maybe the Aqua Tail could knock us out after the fact, too. That is a lot of damage. They get the debuff, but they're not at the move. We get the lunge. They top left. Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, Ariados in the backline's been putting in some work here, but, I mean, Shadow Tyranitar really did put on a show there against the Goodra lead. That was a fun one. Alright, got our next battle. Shadow Tyranitar into Shadow Sableye. Well, that's gotta be pretty good for us, right? We resist everything they throw aside from maybe Power Gem or The other attack, whatever it's called. The Dazzling Gleam is the other attack they could have had. I finally figured out the name for it. They swap into a Dunsparce, of all things. That is not the best counter to a Shadow Tyranitar in the game. I'm gonna swap here into my Licky. And at this point, they're basically in Body Slam range. I can overfarm here, get a lot of energy out of this matchup, and hope that using my Tyranitar up energy and my Licky with a huge farm down should be in a good spot. I survived 3 drill runs. That's kind of sad for them. I like Dunsparce in this meta. It's a really good generalist as well, but the problem with it is it has a pretty hard time taking down other rollout users. Alright, big body slam. I do think they barely survive this attack, but I'm fine taking another move here if I have to. See what they do. They let that go, makes sense. I don't think swapping out there makes a lot of sense, though, because I have a full Earthquake ready to go. Maybe they've been just used to people running Hyper Beam Licky, so they think they wall me, but yeah, no. Not this one. Alright. There could be a Spidops in the back or something that does do a lot of damage to us here, but I think there's a lot of things that could also be in the backline that I'd have a lot of play in just by keeping my Tyranitar alive. If they come in with a normal type, I'm going to instantly Brutal Swing. If anything else comes in, I guess we'll play it by ear. They're thinking, the Spidops about to come in? Normal type. Okay, well, I guess it's a Furret. It's a different normal type from what I was expecting. But that's fine, because, I mean, Brutal Swing's gonna hurt. We actually get a shield straight up. I don't know exactly what their plan is here. Because they can go for, I guess, a Brick Break to knock us out. But that's not gonna be doing that much to us. Yeah, they're at a Brick Break now. I think shielding this is not a bad play. They do Swift. They might go for a swap out play here. Yeah. But if they do that, then I just farm them down with my Ariados. And then I should be able to either Mega Horn or double lunge the Furret. And that should put us in a pretty good spot to win this game. Yeah, we get that full farm down here. And I mean, Furret, well, it is a good generalist. I think that Ariados is just a better one. I think we go for the Mega Horn, right? I feel like the Mega Horn is the play. I think 2 lunges is the safe play. We're not going to play safe. We're going to play fun. We're going to Mega Horn this dude. This is why you run Mega Horn. Very efficient attack. It doesn't knock out. It does do a lot of damage, but it's not quite the one shot. Alright. They'll get the Swift off here. They can get 2 Swifts, and that could knock us out if they survive long enough to get there. But then Licky rollouts down. And we take the win. Let's go. Alright, next battle here. Can we get a 4-1 set? I think we're 3-1 right now. I think this is good for me, actually, right? Because they're using Sucker Punch, probably, unless we're on Bug Bite. Okay, no Bug Bite. Oh my goodness, what is this? What is it doing to me? It's Mud Slap, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have come in with this, because I know they have, like, they have Power-Up Punch? I didn't know what I was seeing. I thought it was, like, I don't even know, dude. I don't know what this, it is Power-Up Punch here. That's annoying. With that said, I don't necessarily need Switch Advantage this game. I have access to Ariados that's also very strong here into, the low kicks. 5. Okay, what are they throwing at me here? Is it like a Crunch or a Stomp? Crunch. We survived that. This is just weird, man. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm gonna swap. I can't give him a farm down. Yeah, catch the Bug-type move on your Dark-type trainer. Please do that again. Please let me just land this. One-shot you. Okay, it's not quite a one-shot, but, like, that's gonna open up a really big farm down for me. I don't really love shielding a resisted attack here, but I feel like it's the play. There's no real reason not to. Shield this up. And farm down, just in case there's something in the backline that my Tyranitar really doesn't want to see. I'm gonna go instantly for a lunge here, because likely the Kangaskhan comes back in, and I'd rather not, like, play any stupid games where, I don't know, they bait me with a power-up punch, and then I shield it, and I feel like a bozo. Hey, we get the knockout there. Oh, my goodness. Wait, they swapped out of the lead? I guess they kind of had to, didn't they? They had Hydreigon in the back. This thing is not necessarily strong to Ariados. What did they do to a Spidops lead? I guess it's kind of crazy how few Spidops we've seen. But How can you run this team in the bug meta? I don't understand this. I think people are just getting their grasp on the metas so far. They don't know. They don't know the menace that is Spidops. I thought I was going to be unique not using Spidops today, but I haven't seen a single one yet. Stone Edge just knocks him out. That's probably way too overkill for the Hydreigon. I probably could have gone Brutal Swing and fast move them down, but... Alright, I think that was a pretty good start to the EUIC meta here. Is that a 4-1? It is. I did correctly remember. That is actually a rare thing when I remember how many battles I've played. Cash that in. It gets us up to 2986. Alright, let's go to the next set here. See if we can keep it going. Alright, next battle. Shadow Tyranitar into Hisuian Quillfish? This is amazing, right? They're likely on Poison Jab, maybe Poison Sting. Swap into Obstagoon. What are we seeing today? Well, I took 2 counters there, because honestly, I didn't really know what to do seeing this. But we have Lunge here, which is super effective. It debuffs them. Gets a shield from them as well. And, I mean, what are they going to do? Hyper Beam me? I'd like to see them try. They're going to be double debuffed by the time they get there. They've got to be going for a Hyper Beam, right? There's no way they're not. There's absolutely no way they're not about to Hyper Beam us here, but I'm... Like, they're -2. How much do I care about that? I mean, just so I don't have to worry about shielding a Night Slash later, I'm going to shield the Hyper Beam. Yeah, I mean, might as well make it so this Obstagoon is remarkably useless. Oh, they don't even get a Night Slash. Either way, this Pokemon's still really good into Quillfish, so, like, I'm so fine with this. I probably should have gone for Megahorn here. I'm getting greedy just going straight Lunge. I feel like they always would have no-shielded a Megahorn. But, I mean, this might sound overconfident. I don't really see anything that I could lose to right now this game. Licky is just so strong. And, like, anything that beats Licky... Okay, no, I guess... What's it called? Dubwool could be bad. But, like, I'm gonna sell my Ariados. So, either they go down to shield here, take us out, or, like, they don't. And I win. I don't know. All I'm trying to say is I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. What could beat us at this point? Nothing. Literally nothing. Unlosable. Yeah, not even Greninja. Not even Greninja. That is an insane team. Honestly, a Greninja safe swap might have been a little bit precarious. But I probably would have gone for like a Brutal Swing, Chip and Dip, come in Licky. I'll just show the Licky. They'll realize it's over at some point, right? Do people just not realize what Spidops is in this meta? Maybe I made a mistake not showcasing Spidops today. Because, man, that thing, by far, I thought was going to be the most common pick in the meta. I guess not. He survived this move, though, after that debuff. You go for the Earthquake. It might not knock him out, but it'll do a pretty good job at it. Alright. Big Earthquake. They have no shields remaining. It's a Greninja. It's pretty squishy. Is this enough? It is just enough. Let's go. That was a strange game. Shadow Tyranitar into Ariados. Fun fact. Well, it's not so fun for me. I don't think this matchup's actually that good for Tyranitar. Like, it's very playable, but I think I do technically lose all even shielding scenarios. Unless maybe if they no-shield the first Brutal Swing, I have more play. I could see them doing. Maybe they're like, that's a Brutal Swing, I can survive, and they know. Okay, we'll go for the Lunge catch here. We're at 8 right now, so 3 after the Lunge. Or maybe they went for a Megahorn, which I don't know why they'd do that. Yeah, so they're at 3. And we bait out a Spiritomb here, which is actually pretty nice to see. Because I can force them to throw energy pretty quickly. And then, I mean, I don't have to deal with this with my Licky. That does nothing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Are they going to go down as shield here, or do they not realize Megahorn's a possibility? I mean, either way, I just bring back, or I bring in my Licky if they shield this, right? Yeah. Licky sponge the energy. That is such an odd play, but it is kind of working out for them, I guess. I'll just come in Licky, get a full sneak here, because a debuffed Rock Tomb's not going to do much damage, but man, if I went straight Lunge here, they would have been in a lot of trouble. Got another Rock Tomb, but I guess they're over-farming. Catch on Furret. This is going to be a strange game. They have a lot of energy left over, and that is a nice catch by them. It's quick attack, okay. So we know on Quick Attack for it, it is 5 Quick Attacks to reach a Brick Break. I have to shield this up, but if I shield this up and overfarm a ton of energy, then they're going to be in so much trouble either way. Alright. We have so much energy here. Let's see what they want to do. Big Brutal Swing. Get the knockout. Likely they bring in Ariados. Yeah. Which makes a lot of sense here, but I can just Stone Edge this, delete it off of the battlefield, and then, I mean, I force Rock Tombs out of them here, then Licky's still outside of Rock Tomb range, I just get another Earthquake. Or even a Body Slam might just be enough at this point, man. Jeez, this thing's getting pretty low. Just force him to throw 2 Rock Tombs, though. Spiritomb's major weakness... Oh, or he just... Dude, Tyranitar is way too spammy. The major weakness of Spiritomb is its slow pacing, right? It's such a slow Pokemon that if you're down a lot of energy, it can be so uncomfortable to use. But, you know, Tyranitar, it's so spammy, it doesn't even matter. It's just too good. Alright, next battle. Shadow Tyranitar into Spidops. There it is! The man, the myth, the legend. Spidops has finally appeared on our screens. We'll swap out. We have 2 answers to this in the back line. And we bait out a Grimmsnarl, I guess? Not exactly a bait out I was looking for. So, here's the thing about Grimmsnarl. There are 2 movesets you can run. Either the Foul Play, Play Rough Classic moveset, or you can run the insane Psychedelic Power Up Punch moveset. And depending on what moveset they are, really depends on if I want to shield this move or not. I no shield, it's a Power Up Punch. Who would have thought? We go for the Body Slam, and we're going to try to go for a shield advantage in this game. With that said, I am a little bit scared with the fact that my Ariados has been ABA strong so far to their team, right? It's been kind of good into both the Grimmsnarl as well as the other guy. Do I get knocked out by a power-up punch here? I'm going to no-shield and hope that I don't. If this doesn't knock me out, I would be so grateful to Licky. Power-up punch is so cope. I might be the #1 Grimmsnarl hater in the EUIC meta. Please shield this, trainer. Please shield this and see what happens to your Spidops. Down shield? Okay. Yeah, you can do that. I'll shield some power-up punches here. That's fine. I just want the content of Stone Edging a Spidops. I need this in my life so hard. I need this so bad. I don't know, dude. Is it gonna happen? Okay, they swap like a psychopath. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, you're in trouble, Spidops. I could have swapped here and, like, saved a lot of my HP. But here's the thing. I'd rather just delete this. And they bring in their own Shadow Tyranitar. Okay. This game's over. We just lunge this. We shield this up just in case they do Stone Edge us. And then we Poison Sting and Dragon Breath down the rest of that Grimmsnarl, who has had, unfortunately for them, clear all of their power-up punch boosts. That right there is why I am not a Grimmsnarl believer. It is so squishy. And if you're running power-up punch, I mean, that's a good play in the 2-shield matchup. But, like, what happens if your opponents just don't shield? It makes it so bad for him. I guess Spidops is not that big of a concern in this meta. Who would have thought? Alright, Kazim. Oh, boy. Kazim probably knows Spidops is good. Is he going to use it? Okay, well, a lot of Shadow Tyranitar enthusiasts today, which is completely understandable. Very cool Pokemon, right? One of the coolest out there. And this might be weird, but I'm going to just go straight Brutal Swing. I don't care that this is resisted. These are 2 Shadow Tyranitars. I feel like you kind of have to shield this. I guess maybe not. I mean, I think there's a good chance I Dragon Breath this down, though, right? I'll shield this up, even though it's almost certainly a bait, because, I mean, at this point, I might as well keep my Tyranitar alive. Big Brutal Swing. Yeah, we just farmed down. It's a pretty close farm down, though, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm at back-to-back Brutal Swings right now. They kind of have to respect this, right? Because this could be a Stone Edge. That could basically one-shot them here if they're not careful. Well, let that go. But at this point, Tyranitar is gone. Licky is very chipped down. And... okay, well, actually, that could be annoying in the back. I was gonna say, like, what could be in the back that would still be trouble for our team? I'm gonna go, and this is crazy, I'm gonna just bait a Body Slam here, because there's a chance Kazim might think that I'm still on Shadow Ball. Yeah, so let's just do that, just for fun. Just for absolute kicks. We'll go for a crazy body slam bait. With that said, I think we are in a lot of trouble right now. I think we are in quite a decent amount of trouble. Because this Froslass is going to put in so much work here. Nice catch by them, but they're so low at this point that they might have to shield this up. They might think, though, that I went for a Shadow Ball here and they no-shield anyway. Yeah, they do let that go. Alright. It's going to be down to if my Ariados can get a move off against his Pokemon, and that's going to be a little bit tight. Okay. I mean, now it's going to be down to if I can, like, I don't know, fast move them down as well. We'll see. I'm so low on HP here. Froslass is actually kind of scary for my team. I think I survived one attack here, right? Oh, I better. If I don't survive a Shadow Ball, I would be so surprised. It's a non-Shadow Froslass. I know it's a really good move, but there's no way it does that much damage. Avalanche, yeah, it doesn't one-shot us here. We win CMP, because Ariados does have just a little bit higher attack here than Froslass would. And there we go, you know, I get straight body slam against the Ghost type. That's the play. Ariados gets the knockout, and I guess somehow we get the 3-ball flex. You'll love to see it. Alright, next opponent. We're 4-0, I think, this set, right? So maybe, I shouldn't be jinxing it here, but there's a chance we can get a 5-0 set if we can clinch this one off and win. I don't know. We'll see. Bert in the lead. Likely they're going to go for some Brick Breaks against us, but I think I'm fine with that. Because Brick Break here, I mean, sure, it lowers my defense, but Quick Attack is the fast move that they're using. It's not going to do anything to us. So we'll go here for a Stone Edge. Right, guys? This is a Stone Edge they shield? Surely? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. Looks like, honestly, I might not be able to completely win the 2-shield matchup here. It's going to be kind of close. If a Brutal Swing knocks him out or not. We'll see. I think that they will survive. It's not that squishy, right? Yeah. But we'll go for the move here. If they want to shield this, they can be my guest. If they no-shield this, they can also, I guess, be my guest. Maybe I should have gone for a play where I save this Brutal Swing, though. Oh, if they're going to shield, I'm going to swap and go for the catch on a move here with my Ariados. They'll get a Brick Break, which does lower my defense stat, but I almost certainly land a Mega Horn into something this game, and that's all I care about. Oh, dang it, dude. Why is there this thing again? I could Mega Horn this, but I think I'd rather just be a little bit annoying with my pacing. I'm just going to go for Plunge. 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Getting a second one of these off, and on CMP at that, is beautiful. I might even survive this Avalanche here, which honestly wouldn't be all that helpful. Oh, there's no way I survive the Avalanche, and let's say, like, Undercharge. So, likely I don't survive this, but if I do, I swap. Oh, they triple Axle? Well, I definitely survived that. So now they're not double debuffed, I guess, but they're still single debuffed. Is the moveset on Froslass ever to run, like, triple Axle Avalanche? That'd be kind of an interesting idea. Spiritomb in the back, okay. Well, this will be a close game. I still have my Tyranitar around, and my Ariados did survive. But that Froslass has some energy on it, and that is a little bit scary. But they have to throw energy to knock us out. And maybe I'm misplaying by body slamming here, because it might allow them to get to back-to-back attacks, but I think at this point, my fast move pressure is going to add up too quickly for them to build up that much. 3 rollouts knock them out. Yeah, so we force energy out of them. And I guess we'll see how this goes. Froslass still has some HP on it, though. So does that Furret. Go for a catch attempt. It doesn't work out. Oh, wow. Well played by them. Nice patience. Yeah, they deserve that win. That's a spicy team, kind of. Is that spicy? I don't know. I mean, I've seen more Froslass today. Battle Ball us? I've seen more Froslass today than I have Spidops, so maybe that's not spicy. Bad catch attempt. I should have not done that, I suppose. But it's fine. We got the 4-1 again. I mean, for first couple of sets in this meta, I think we did pretty well. 30-38. It's not a bad way to end off first sets here. Shadow Tyranitar as well as Ariados really popped off today, and Licky just such a safe Pokemon in this format. I can tell already I do like this meta, so I'm going to be very excited to see how EUIC is going to turn out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.